Jane,
Hello.
how are you? The Phillip
Good.
SIddiq Show, how are you?
Hey, good to see you.
Fantastic. The big hand of kick-ass. Tell everyone, how did you get involved? Because, I mean, I sincerely love the film.
Thank you so much.
And the hair color is totally Oakland.
Is that a good thing?
It's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
That is a beautiful thing, wonderful thing. How'd you get involved with the film?
I'm not sure if I trust you, that's a good thing, but okay. But I'm just checking. I got involved because I had known Mark a little while, and he knew that I was working with Matthew Vaughn, the director. We'd worked on Stardust together, and Mark was very excited about this idea he'd had for the comic, and I put him in touch with Matthew at his request, and he and Matthew hit it off, and Matthew was leaping at the chance of making this his next project, and that's kind of how it started. But it was an unusual thing because Mark was still writing the comic when we were writing the screenplay, so it was kind of weird.
Right. So, with the screenplay and the movie being out, what are your sometimes people write a screenplay and it's not like close to the screenplay. So how did that work out for you? Because I mean, the film is great.
Right.
You like?
Oh, well, in terms of how the movie turned out. Oh no, I love it. But I feel very fortunate in that my working relationship with Matthew is that he is unusual as a director in that he has always kept me around on his productions rather than going, yeah, thanks for the screenplay, bye, see you at the premiere. He keeps me around. I'm on set every day, so I very much, I'm very much emotionally invested in it. I've been part of the team, and I'm on it as a co-producer, and so yeah, no, it's something I feel very, very close to and passionate about, and it's great. So there were no surprises for me, I was there every day, dusk till dawn, and loving it.
Perfect. We got to wrap this up, but thank you so much. And
Thank
yes,
you.
Keisha Cole, she's a famous singer from Oakland,
Okay.
and she has the same hair color.
Ah, awesome.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Keisha Cole, yes.
Keisha Cole, thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hey,
How you doing, my friend? I'm great.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Phillip SIddiq Show.
Phillip, how are you?
I'm doing great. Kick ass. Comic guy. This guy. Tell us, how'd you get involved with writing comics and then to see your comic turn into this incredible creation?
Well, I'm not a writer per se, but I'm a story guy.
Okay.
And I tell a good story, basically, in sequential art.
Yes.
Because there are guys that are better artists than me, and there's no two ways about that. There's always somebody who's a better artist. But telling a story properly in sequential fashion, I seem to have a knack for that. And what that does, it's kind of like prestidigitation. It takes your eyes off of things. You look at the left hand and the right hand's doing all this stuff. With my art, my storytelling is such that it keeps your eye off the intense details that some people want.
Right.
Like putting every single line on your face of the hair and your beard. It would be difficult to get it perfect. There are guys that can draw every follicle. I'm less about those details. I'm about the story itself and the abbreviation of the story, so people can grasp the story and say, I haven't even looked at the artwork. Holy mackerel, this is a great story.
Yes.
And that's where we lead to this. There are writers that prefer artists that do that. They're writer-friendly. I have Mark on my corner. I worked with Neil Gaiman. I worked with Frank Miller, and they all have this commonality. They like an artist that sticks to what's good with them. And while I do go beyond and well beyond what they ask, the story is there for them. Matthew Vaughn appreciated that, and hopefully a lot more directors will appreciate that, because basically I'm a director without the technical know-how.
Right.
Because you're telling a story in sequential form, and I think that's my strength, and it makes my art look better than what it is.
Now, how does it make you feel to see Kick-Ass on the big screen now?
Oh God, you can't imagine. Let's just say you dated a supermodel, and she said, "You were so good last night, I'm going to tell all of my friends." That's it. You start to perspire, say, I'm going to have a date for the rest of my life. Well, that's basically what it is. Short of a supermodel, because I only have one supermodel, my wife, Kathy. And she would probably say the same thing. There's no way of describing the compliment. To have a director, a fan of your work, and insist on it being that way on film, that's what I was trying to do, is do a film in each issue that I'm doing, because you need people to. And remember, this is a comic that's not about supernatural occurrences. Right. We're not out in the outer space. We're not with
this
Thor.
Is real flesh and blood people. So
if you do it too perfectly realistic, it can be boring. You have a little bit of style left in it. You have a little bit of satirical look to it. To have somebody's head chopped off, and to have it literal, how do you look at photographs of somebody getting a head chopped off? But I did have to look at the cross section of a brain to see what it looked like.
Right.
But working hard to make sure it made sense, and to tell the story properly and have a director love it is the biggest compliment. Well, Giselle Bundchen says she loves you and you're just the hottest man in the world. Okay.
And we're gonna end the
right
interview
next to it.
on that.
Sorry, honey, but
Okay,
my wife
5
is
seconds.
the only woman I look at.
Yeah, are you on Twitter or anything? Anybody can follow you or anything?
No, I don't do that.
Okay. Go see the film.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's my pleasure.
Thanks a lot, my friend. Thank
right.
you.
Thanks.